Union Square. Many people are talking about this video. I mean, how could you not? Look at these 10 people running out of Neiman Marcus stores with handbags.
All right, another brazen theft at a San Francisco drugstore caught on video.
It's the latest grab-and-go crime in San Francisco that's forced many drugstores in the city to close.
The perception of lawlessness, the perception that anything goes, really, that has to be overcome too.
Target stores in San Francisco are limiting their hours, and the company says the move is in response to an increase in theft.
It's happened again. 4 women run off after stealing from the CVS pharmacy at Van Ness and Jackson in San Francisco.
Mark, TJ Maxx, the latest chain here to be targeted by those brazen thieves, dropping hangers as they make off with their illegal haul. This viral video of another brazen heist is the latest in a growing rash.
It's pretty scary.
In most cases, employees and customers simply watch in disbelief.
Wait, I have an idea.
Really? What is it?
Hey, I mean, your state is probably most well known outside of your state for a raging homelessness problem, a problem where people feel like they can just walk into any store, fill their arms with goods, and steal it. That's what most of us think of when we think of California. But it's good to know that, you know, your leadership is focusing on the important things. That's right, making it illegal to have gendered toy aisles. So you can't have a section for boys' toys or girls' toys, lest you face the wrath of the government. Leave a like on this video now if you just rolled your eyes, or if you at least appreciate the coverage. I'm going to have 6 videos for you today here on The Quartering, 3 videos over on Midwestly. Make sure you leave a like and you click that red subscribe button down below the video to get notified when I upload. Now, California, the first state now to mandate gender-neutral toy sections in big stores. California is the first U.S. state to require retail stores to provide toy sections that are not designated by gender. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the groundbreaking new legislation. By the way, this is, of course, the Daily Beast, so we already know what they're going to say. Now, by the way, I grew up with a twin sister. She's still existing, but I don't think there were many times. I mean, there are toys that are legitimately, gender neutral. A Mr. Potato. Oh wait, that's not even available, and I can't get. It's Mr. They Potato Head or something like that. Oh wait, no, that blew up in their face, and they had to backtrack it. Board games. How about that? Yeah, there's Girl Talk for the girls and Domino Rally and things that are more traditionally male, but like Monopoly or Trivial Pursuit. These are things that are generally ungendered. But G.I. Joe. I guess kids probably don't play with action figures anymore. But it would be great to see Barbie and G.I. Joe standing next to each other in the toy aisle, confusing grandmothers everywhere who just want to buy their granddaughter a toy for their Christmas party or their birthday. All retail outlets with more than 500 employees, that means Walmart, Target, I don't know what big box chains are in California, but I'm sure those two are, will have to provide sections for toys and childcare products not specifically labeled by gender. They will not have to alter traditional boys and girls sections, but can do so if they choose. Part of it is to make sure you're a young girl, you can find a police car, a fire truck, or a periodic table, or a dinosaur. Do kids play with literally any of that? Are there kids, I mean, maybe a fire truck, I suppose. And similarly, if you're a boy and you're more artistic and you want to play with glitter, why not? Why should you feel the stigma of saying, oh, this should be shamed or going to a different location? Well, I don't think a kid feels shame. I mean, by the way, glitter is something everybody uses. I don't know if that's a great example, to be honest, but this is not, you know, the only time. We've already seen this erasure of gender. Look, my position, again, has always been, you can pretty much always kind of boil my position down to, I don't want government butting into just about anything, and I don't want anyone infringing on anybody's rights. Gender is real, men are men, and women are women. However, if you presenting one way or another allows you to live your best life, good for you. I don't judge that. I don't think you're any less of a human being, obviously. It's just as long as you aren't infringing on other people's rights. What's the frustrating thing about this is what percentage of the population are we really, this may be an inconvenient truth, okay? An uncomfortable fact. But how much longer are we going to have to make everybody, the 100% of people, live by rules meant to avoid discomfort for 0.0001% of the population? That's what this really is about. Rich white liberals who want to take a selfie in a genderless toy aisle, and a small percentage of the population that are, in fact, non-gendered or transitioning or whatever the case may be. We're talking about 0.1% of the population, maybe if you bucket everybody together. And now every grandma out there who has to go for Christmas toys, or every uncle who's, got 10 minutes to get to his nephew's Christmas party, is going to have to weave in and out of aisles to try and figure out what the popular toy is for boys that time. I suppose these people would call him some sort of bigot, because he wants to buy a traditional toy for a boy. But I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. 99.999% of boys are going to want a toy that is geared specifically towards a boy. All right. That's just the way it works. I am not here to deny the existence of the exception. I'm only here to reinforce the rule. But this is not new. We can go just to not that long ago. In fact, 2 days ago, British Airways tell pilots and cabin and crew not to refer to passengers as ladies and gentlemen in favor of gender-neutral terms to celebrate diversity and inclusion. This isn't actually celebrating it. This is reinforcing it. Now, I don't know. I never listen to pilots. I've flown enough. I fly a ton. So in general, I already have my noise-canceling headphones on. I've consumed something that will help me sleep. And I'm just wanting the dang thing to get over as I suffer crippling travel anxiety. But I'm not sure. Again, this is the thing. We're changing something. Now, the argument is, who does this hurt? And the answer is, of course, nobody. And so they justify it. But it's death by 1,000 paper cuts, to where suddenly we'll have gender erased from society altogether. And I don't think that that's a good thing. I don't really feel as though the entire world has to change the way it is to accommodate the feelings. Again, this is about feelings. I want to be very clear. Again, about feelings. This isn't about allowing people to fly or airways. This is about one person out of 100,000 getting triggered because they didn't use the they pronoun. So, yes, while you can say it doesn't matter, because in general, humans want to please others. And, if I just, you hear stuff like this and you roll your eyes, but it's not really that big of a deal. But in a world where we have limited resources and limited time, is this really the best use of it? British Airways instructing pilots and cabin and crew not to refer to passengers as ladies and gentlemen in an effort to celebrate. British flagship carrier has abandoned the greeting in favor of a more gender-neutral term, reportedly to respect wider social norms and make kids feel included. Again, no, this isn't about that. This is about them being able to tweet it. Other major airlines like Lufthansa, EasyJet, and Air Canada have already adopted this. Japanese airplane using gender-neutral terms last year to create a positive atmosphere and treat everyone with respect. What? I mean, this only prefers, this only helps solidify or continues to prove the fact that we are living in a time of unparalleled privilege. If anybody out there, anybody whines about how things are in America or in the world, in the West for humans, I just don't want to hear it, because this is what we're doing. This is what we're spending time on. We're making sure that we have gender neutral toy aisles, and we're not just like having businesses choose to do it. We're having governments coming in and mandating it, which I have a massive problem with it. By the way, why are we still calling it mandating it? Shouldn't it be calling they dating it? It shouldn't be government they dating, because when you say mandate, people think of the term man, and now we have an issue because 3 or 4 people in the entire world might be offended by it. This is woke madness run amok. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.